Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. It's like 10 o'clock, and I feel like I already have a full week behind me in the few hours that I've been up. It's been one of these morning.
Well, we had a busy weekend because I changed from graphic designer to construction worker, and I was on the property Friday, Saturday, and Sunday hammering nails into the custom made rafters. So I must have hammered thousands of nails.
Oh, wow.
My wrist is really saying, "Don't do that again." My arm hurts. But again, the more you do it, the less it'll probably help. But I mean, I do have carpal tunnel from the mouse movement for 30 years, but so
Yeah.
this didn't help. But we got out of 22 roof rafters, we have 9 completed.
Oh,
We're
wow.
almost halfway. It's a
So
big
you have
job.
more nails to
Oh my
hammer.
goodness, there's a lot more nails. It's a big job, and we had Sheldon's son Ryan and his daughter Bella, and it's easier with a team than with just the two of us, and it's a lot easier than with just Sheldon by himself. But it's a long procedure making these things. But
Yeah.
we are building this house all ourselves.
Oh, good. That's good.
But it
I
was nice. It was nice being out away from the desk. It's like always say, just being out there is something that recharges my batteries. It's like a mini vacation.
Well, the
So
man fixed my fence this
I
weekend, so
saw
that's
that.
good. Yeah, they did a fabulous job too. They did a really good job. I was impressed. Like it's very sturdy now. Like I don't know how this happens. You remember I think we were talking about concrete and how a big fence like the one I have
Hmm.
um for sure it has concrete in the at the bottom and
Hmm.
well, it turns out there was no concrete holding these things.
So they just
So
dug a hole and
they
stuck
dug a
the
hole. It was deep. Like, I mean, the dug, it went all the way to, I want to say, at
Australia.
least 3.5 feet. Yeah, Australia. 3.5 feet. And it had like gravel kind of
Okay,
holding it,
packed. Yeah, packed around
packed with
it.
gravel. But I mean, it was not doing a great job. Like, they poured concrete yesterday. So that thing is not going anywhere now.
Oh yeah, definitely
Which is
won't.
it's very sturdy. I was really impressed. So yeah, and at least it doesn't look that trashy anymore because it looks so trashy with the fence. And I've been driving through Cornwall and I can see like that windstorm we had, like it did a lot of damage to a lot of fences. Like there's a lot of people who were in my situation that were still not
Trying to put them
repaired
back
yet. Yeah,
together.
it was a big storm.
Yeah, across the road, I mean, some branches, things like that came down too, and they're still kind of, piled by the road. So it took a lot, but I was wondering if it was going to take the roof off the house. It was like really bad.
It was
It was
insane.
super
It
bad.
was insane. That windstorm was really, really, really bad. So, anyways, it's come and gone. So thank God it's fixed now. And now I know, they're when I my side fence they can fix that as well. Maybe this summer. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so you can have a little bit of privacy so
Yeah, although it's
everybody,
super convenient. Like I mean, I love having it because I can, come in and out of the yard that way, but and
yeah.
pull things and push things and yeah. Anyway, and then yesterday we went hiking again. So,
Oh,
but oh man, I was so disappointed because
why?
I wanted mountains. I wanted to go hiking in mountains somewhere, and so there's nothing. There's no. It's all flat here, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Eastern Ontario is pretty darn flat.
yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, let's go to Quebec, and there's mountains in Quebec, and across the river from Ottawa, there's Gatineau and
Mm-hmm.
like that area. There's
Yep.
mountainous terrain there. So I thought, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, we'll go there, and we went to Gatineau Park, and it was disappointing.
No
I
mountains.
was expecting no that there kind of is mountains, but the park itself is more for like bikers. It's a beautiful park
Okay.
to bike. There's a lot of bike trails, but there was no like real trails in the woods. Like I wanted a trail in the wood, not a bicycle path. Like these are paved bicycle paths. So
Mm-hmm.
it was I was disappointed. We hiked for 2.5 kilometers, but yeah, that was not what I was looking for at all. So I really can't wait for Mateo to get his passport. He applied a few weeks ago. I think it's almost 3 weeks now, so he should be getting it maybe this week. But once he get his passport, then we can go to Finger Lakes, or we can go to
Oh.
Mount Mansfield in Vermont, and there's a lot of beautiful trails in the mountains over there. So we'll go that way.
Well, if you want trails and you want to like cut trails through bush and stuff, I can send you to our property between Martintown and and St. Raphael's, and you can really like cut things down and go make it a trail because I need someone to make me a walking trail anyway. So that would be a great job for you and the kids.
Yeah, we kind of like walking trails that are already there. I'm not sure how I
Mhm.
feel about making a trail now. I mean, you'd have to cut all the bushes and everything, right?
Now we do have part of a trail already made because we've got a four-wheeler. We got two of them out there. So of course, when the kids go out, they Sheldon had made them a trail partially around the
Okay.
property. So I need the rest of it done, but I think we need the house put up first before walking
Yeah,
trail. So
probably.
that's
That'd
kind
be a
of
good idea.
what we're
Priorities,
working on.
right?
Yeah, I know my kids might be coming home at the end of the summer for a bit. So Christopher says, I'll do the trail. Like, because, oh, I know he will. He'll be on that four wheeler and he'll make the trail all
Yeah.
the way around. So we'll see what happens because that would be awesome. A walking trail around the
Oh,
seven
yeah.
acres. It would
Yeah.
be really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. How many kilometers is 7 acres? I don't convert.
I don't even know. We have a 500-foot driveway, and if I walk it up and down 11 times, it's 2 kilometers. We know that.
Hold on. Hey, Google, how many kilometers is 7 acres?
Or
7 acres
around
equal
7
to
acres.
0.0283 square kilometers.
0.083 square kilometers. I don't think she knows what she's talking
Okay,
about.
how many kilometers around a 7 acre property? If you're walking around a 7 acre property, I don't
I
know
don't
how
think
to.
I can ask her that. Like, I don't think she's going to understand what I'm talking about.
No, it's more, yeah, it's definitely more than that. Because if a 500-foot driveway up and down 11 times is 2 kilometers, because
Right.
we measured that. Because I wanted to know that because I would like to, when we're out there, do it at least twice a day.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of nice walking even up and down because you're not thinking of anything. It's just you're hearing the
Yeah, and
birds
it's
and
nature. It's beautiful. It's nice. See, that's what was missing yesterday. Like, the bicycle path was like behind a whole bunch of houses, like,
oh,
so it was all like urban. I
yeah.
didn't like that. Anyways, it is what it is. But yeah, next week I hope I'm gonna have a better trail. I'm gonna hopefully Mateo, cross my finger, Mateo gets his passport this week, and
Well,
then
if
I'm
if
out.
if you want mountains, take a drive out to Banff. It may take you 36
Oh,
hours to
I
get
plan
there.
on doing that this
Oh my
summer, my
god.
dear.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, it was
I might be doing the Monday morning motivation from the top of a mountain at some point this summer.
I know we did it. Like, I mean, when I was out there in December, that was the highlight. The kids wanted to take me to Banff and Lake Louise, and it was gorgeous. And it was in the
Yeah,
winter. We got there. I mean, we drove through a big storm, not a storm, but a lot of snow and wind to get there. But that was Saturday before I was flying out. They wanted to take me, but now they want me to go back in the summer because it's just
it's
apparently
beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous in the summer. So
Yeah. Well,
we'll
hey,
see.
I might be going with the kids by myself, depending on if my husband can get a vacation or not. So maybe you want to hop in with us.
You
We'll
never
drive over
know.
there. Yep.
Oh, quite the drive though, but like Katrina said, it's a beautiful drive in the summer.
Hmm.
They did it last winter. She says,
Not so much
"They'll
in the winter. Yeah.
never ever do it again." She said it was a white knuckle drive pretty well all the way here. She said what should have taken 36 hours or so took them 46, and
Ugh.
she said it was awful. It
Yeah.
was awful for me too because I kept tracking them as they were coming, and I'm like, you know,
Nervous.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
nervous, especially when you said they were going through the mountains and the weather was bad, and then on top of that she's sending me pictures of like white roads and white
White.
outs and nothing, and I'm like, oh my God.
You know, when I went to Ottawa last week for my procedure, there was a blizzard,
Oh, I
like
can believe it.
a total blizzard, like April 29th, I think it was. Blizzard, like full on blizzard, like
Yeah,
on the 417, it was like completely white. You couldn't see. It was like, oh my God,
it's
enough
so
already. I know you
so
love it, and you're,
I
oh,
know.
it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but no, I don't want Christmas
It
to
was,
be
yeah, it
back.
was beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Tag Gabe, and then
I
Gabe from
know. Stop
Kojiko.
it, Gabe.
Yeah, he's got a big smile. He's got snow in his hair. He's just loving it. And I always
Yeah.
tag him. So I was getting a lot of SHIT from
Hate.
people that
Yeah.
day. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
hate Facebook
Yeah.
messages. Oh well, it is what it is. I remember one year though, honestly, when we were skidoing still way back in the day. It was the end of April, and we skidooed from Headline Road to what was then Johnny Mac's in Martintown across the cornfields. There was still enough snow to do the skidoo
Wow.
run.
Wow.
So it's not unusual, but it's not the best
Right.
scenario.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
anyways, we have a guest today, my Lise.
we do. We
So,
have Ashley Walker of the York Center right here in Cornwall. She's joining us to chat with us, mainly about an event that they're having. But hi, Ashley.
Hi, how are you? It's nice to be
I'm
here.
I'm good. I'm good. So we're gonna have you introduce yourself because you're the best one to do that. So go on.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, ladies. So, yes, I'm Ashley Walker. I'm the executive director of Centre York Center, Supervised Access Center. And so, what we do here is we provide a safe, neutral, child focused setting for parents or grandparents, aunts, whichever it is, to come here and visit with the child that they don't live with in a situation where it's free from all the conflict that might be going on between the parents or between the family members involved. So it's just a nice way for them to come and be children and be able to rebuild that interaction, rebuild that relationship in a safe and positive way. And so that's primarily what we do. We are run under Victim Services through the Ministry of Community and Children's Services. And so we have a very, very strong tie-in with the legal community in this town, with the family law system, with the children's aid societies, with the health centers, hospitals. Like we get referrals basically from anywhere, and our need in this community has risen drastically since the pandemic started, but was always a pretty heavy need in the community to begin with. Our numbers here in Cornwall rival those of like Sault Ste. Marie,
Ah,
um, for
wow.
the need in SDNG. And so we're very busy, but the families we do get a lot of feedback from the families saying that they really appreciate the service, that it's one less thing they have to worry about, right, while things are going
mhm.
on. So while everything's being figured out, they come to us in the interim and they can kind of build a plan and have some normalcy. So that's roughly what we do. And it's a good time that we're doing this on May 2nd because May is Supervised Visitation Month. And so the Supervised Visitation Network that runs through Canada and the US kind of keeps us all connected. We celebrate supervised visitation during the month of May and try to bring awareness to it and supports to it out in our communities. Within Ontario, we were actually the first supervised access program in the province when they opened in
Okay.
1992.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been running for 30 years this year, and the need just seems to keep growing. So we are
Mhm.
we are excited to bring this awareness to the month of May and to get the information out to the community. And one of the
Mhm.
ways that we're doing this is with our Music Trivia Mania fundraiser, which is coming up on May 13th. So we will be at the Knights of Columbus. We are back in person, which is super exciting.
Mhm.
And so it's a name that tune sort of game. Yes, there we go. So it's a name that tune game, so to speak, where we
Mhm.
have 3 to 5 seconds where you guess the song. And the game is a lot of fun. Everybody is usually up and singing and sometimes
Oh.
dancing, having fun. And there's a buffet dinner as well. So the Knights of Clemens are putting on the buffet this year themselves. So we've got a mix of hot foods and cold foods, something for everybody. And then we have a best dressed music costume contest that happens that day too. So you can come in your best costume that you want, either music related or otherwise, and we have a vote and you win a prize for that. We have a silent auction table and a bake sale table. And yeah, so you can basically just come out and have a lot of fun, and all the money that we raise at that event goes directly into our service at the York Center. And so we are happy this year that Shug Law is our title sponsor for the event, and we've had a few other council members in town who've donated as well as some community partners in town are contributing to the auction. We have some local bakeries donating to the bake sale,
Mm.
and some of the stores around town as well donating some pretty big prizes. So it's going to be a pretty fun night. And then it'll help us also kind of tie off the month and bring the awareness to the community about who we are at Centre York Center.
And I see that your your MC will be no other than Bill Hallman. So
Yes, we
that
are
should
very
be
excited about
entertaining.
that this year. When I did our Your TV Cornell interview back in March, I couldn't say that yet because I hadn't confirmed him yet. And
Okay.
I was still working on him a bit. But yeah, no, he's very excited to be on the show, to be at at the show, to be at the fundraiser.
Mhm.
He's designing all of our music for the
Oh.
event this year, and he's also hosting.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
he's already given me a snippet of what we can expect, and it's going to be really good. It's going to be challenging for those who want it to be challenging. It's going to
Mhm.
be fun for those who are just there to have a good time. I mean, that's the best part about music trivia is you don't. It's good to have a music knowledge, but you don't necessarily need it
Have to,
because
right?
it's just fun to come out, listen to the songs, see if you remember them, have some drinks at the cash bar, eat the buffet, and maybe win some prizes. And so
Yeah,
that's what I like the most about it is everyone comes, everyone has fun. It doesn't matter what your knowledge is. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's not a big competition thing, it's a fun thing.
yeah. Although I
Well,
will say we
I
do
don't
have
know.
a big, nice gold trophy at the end of it that you can get your name
Oh yeah.
engraved on if your team is the winner. So that's
That,
always a good thing too.
My don't underestimate trivia buffs because there's people that take that very seriously.
I know, I know. Actually, my big question is, obviously you have to get tickets for this,
Yes. So this
and
year, because of COVID and everything with the protocols, all of our tickets are running through Eventbrite only. So the Eventbrite link is on the flyer. It's also on our Facebook page, Music Trivia Mania. If you are having a hard time finding that, you can go to the Centre York Center Facebook page, and the Music Trivia Mania page is linked there with the link for tickets to purchase. Sorry, to purchase tickets.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, so we're doing it all through Eventbrite for this year. But mind you, if you can't get on the computer or you don't know how to do it and you want to come, just call us at the York Center, which we can put the information up if you want, but also you can find us online in the phone book. So give us a call at the York Center and we will reserve a table for you and find a way for you to pay either by check or cash. If you want to come down here instead and pay, we can work it out.
that
Okay.
was my next question too, because there's always people that don't want to do it through the computer, can't do it through the computer, so you have to have
Mhm.
that alternative. So that's wonderful that you
Yeah.
have that.
So, how many years has it been since you've started this event?
So this would technically be our 7th year for music trivia,
Wow.
but we had to take a break in 2020 and 2021.
Mhm.
But in 2020, it actually was kind of different because we had already started planning everything and had the event booked. So whenever we had to cancel due to the pandemic, our title sponsor, Shugla, actually let us keep the donation. And instead, what we did was for 5 days, every day, we did a song a day. So I went on to Facebook Live on our Centre York Center page,
Mhm.
and I played a clip of a song every day. And the winner got a gift card to
Okay.
one of the local vendors who had donated for the auction, because we had some gift cards come in and we didn't want to waste it. So places like Kings and Little Ones, Love Love Food, Birchwood Cafe, all of them had donated stuff. To gift cards for us to give away. So we did those. And then on top of the winner getting the gift card, we took $1,000 a day from Shugla and donated it out to local charities that were struggling during the pandemic. So we kept 1,000 for one day, and then the other 4,000 were donated out to Maison Interlude, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Agape, and Beyond 21. And so
Oh,
we were able
nice.
to kind
Very
of
good.
help out other people at that time too, which was like a huge bonus for us as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, how did COVID, like, were you guys shut down completely at some point where there was no visitations at all? Like that you couldn't?
Yeah, so in the beginning, because we kind of fall in a weird gray zone, right? So
Yeah.
we're
Mhm.
victim
You're kind of
services.
essential,
Yeah,
right?
we're victim services, which you would assume we would be designated essential services, but
Yeah.
we weren't, because we were also kind of like a childcare setting, right? Because you have families coming in and the kids are playing and things like that. So we fell in kind of a weird area, and at the time, the ministry said it was basically up to us. So we closed for 3 months, from March 2020 to June 2020, to just get supplies. So we put in plexi, we got PPE, we did everything we needed to be safe. And then once we had it all, we reopened June 3rd, 2020, and we've been open ever since. So we did the solid 2 years of face shields, goggles, masks, PPE, the plexi, everything, just because in our mind, virtual wasn't an option. We need it when it comes to building interactions and building relationships and building those positive outcomes for families. They need to be in person. They need to be able to hug their child, to sit in a visit and eat together and play together and all that kind of stuff. So whatever we had very, very strict policies that actually were stricter than the health unit at that point.
Yeah.
But we had them in place so that they could still be here, and get their visits done. And so we have been open again, like I said, since June 2020, and it's been going amazing. We have had no complaints with the families wearing masks or anything. They just were very happy to be here. So
Yeah. Ashley,
Yeah.
oh, I have another question, My-Liis. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I do have a quick question.
Okay.
Now, you're saying that a lot of people come through referrals to you?
That was my question.
Yeah. Can an individual call you directly and book a time?
yeah, so how it works, because we're primarily a voluntary service, right? So we do run under the victim services under the court umbrella, family court umbrella, but it is still primarily a voluntary service. So even if people are court ordered to use us, which you do typically need something in writing, either a temporary order, minutes of settlement, an endorsement from the justice, something to say that you need to be here, we do take voluntary services. So the parents can call in themselves, absolutely, and say, this is what I would like to do. I want to do exchanges so that, I don't have to talk to my ex and we just drop off through you. Or I want to do supervised visits because I think the other parent just needs the help. And so we get that set up, but both parents have to call in and both parents have to agree to use
Agree.
us.
Okay.
So if one parent isn't on board, it's not really for them, then we just wouldn't start services. And that goes for the court orders as well. Even though hospitals and the police and CIS and that will refer to us, if the parents aren't agreeing to be there, or the two parents involved, whichever they are, grandparents, parents, whatever, if they're not agreeing to be there, then we don't start. You need to be okay with coming here,
Yep.
because it is a good situation for the kids, but it's also can be a bit intimidating for the parents, right? So they have to be okay with it. And then once that referral process starts, we get the both calls in. We just start the intake process after that and take it from there.
So as a supervised visit would be like, if because I know you do exchanges and everything, but you do supervised visits as well. Does that mean that there's always somebody looking at what's happening with the child and the adult when they're visiting? Is that what it means?
Yeah. So the parents come in. Let's say it's a dad visiting with the child. They'll come into the visit room. They play with their child. They play board games. They can do crafts. They can bring stuff from home to do during the visit. play video games, watch TV, whatever they want to do. And then our worker sits on the outside of the visit and documents everything that is going on verbatim. So everything they're saying, everything they're doing. And then those notes get used in the family court system, or they'll use through CAS, police, whatever is going on. Because typically the families that we have coming for supervised visits are dealing with more than just like conflict between the parents, right?
It would be abuse
Typically,
or
it typically could be like substance use issues. It could be
okay.
maybe there might have been some sexual assault, might have been some intimate partner violence, that sort of thing. If they're coming to our center for supervised visits, it tends to be a bit more escalated.
Yeah.
Exchanges are really the bread and butter of that, is where the families just aren't getting along. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's not a problem.
Yeah, so the families just aren't getting along. And
Yeah.
this is just an easier way for them to guarantee that, you know,
They're
nothing
not
happens to
interacting and
children,
nothing happens.
right?
Right.
Because
Right.
sometimes
Right.
exchanges on their own can get a bit hairy, where things are
Yeah.
said, or some things might happen and that lead to
Yep.
assault charges. And so at least this way, it's on site. They have separate waiting rooms with the exchanges. They have separate
Okay.
doors that they come in, and we have security doors and cameras all around the building. So it's a bit safer for them to come in. They know that they're not going to see or speak to that other person.
Mhm.
Okay. That's a good point too.
I like what you said at the beginning when you said that the kids just get to be kids, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because this is so hard when there's a history of fighting or abuse, or the kids tend to have to grow up really quickly because,
Yeah.
you know, they're dealing with all this violence and emotion. So it's a safe place, and that's great that you provide that for them.
Yeah, thank you. And that's our goal, right? Is we know that the parents are going through a lot, but our primary focus is the children. It's
Yeah.
we're 100% child focused. So if the visit isn't working for the child, or the exchanges aren't working for the child, then we stop service and we have to kind of readjust, right? So it's good if it works for mom and dad. It's good if it works for the grandparents, but the primary thing is it has to work for the child. And so
Mhm.
they have to be happy with it. They have to be happy with seeing the person they're seeing. They have to want to see the
Mhm.
person they're seeing.
Yep.
We don't force that on them. So if they're not okay, because we have some situations where it's been, you know, the child is 8 years old and they've never met the person they're coming in for
Oh, yeah.
for the visit for, because they have to build that reintegration, things like that. We take it slow at their pace, so that we know that they're comfortable with it. If they have questions, if they need a safe word, anything that could guarantee that they're happy in the visit and that they can go through with it, we do. And then if they can't, they can't, and we stop service. So it's very, very child focused,
That's good.
and in building those outcomes for the child to be comfortable with that, with rebuilding that relationship.
Awesome.
Wow. That's awesome to hear that, because it really does protect the child.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are unaware that there is such a service in town. Like,
Well, you were,
so
Julia. You didn't really know much
yeah, I
about
had
it
no idea
at
what they were
first.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I've heard the word, you know, York
Yeah.
Center several times. So I had no idea what you did. So
yeah. So yeah, no, that's just it. We're kind of like Cornwall's best kept secret, I guess. 'Cause we've been here about 30 years in SDNG, and we also have a location in Hawkesbury for Prescott Russell, right? So the Prescott Russell site's been there for about 12 years, I believe. And so we have been here quite a while, and we do have deep roots, but at the same time, the way victim services started out with this program is it was kind of the same way as like shelters were for a while, right? Whereas you only kind of knew where we were if you needed us, right? But what we're noticing now, especially with the pandemic and over the last maybe I would say 5 to 7 years, is that the people are really starting to understand that, you know, violence and that substance use and mental health issues, they don't discriminate by class, right?
No.
It's not just a specific group of vulnerable people who are coming to us. Everyone at some point has something like this happen. And so you might be in a relationship with that person for 30 years, and then all of a sudden something happens, and now you need us. And so it's or, you know, the tolls of the pandemic with the isolation and the extra demands of working at home and the kids being at home puts a lot of extra pressure mental health wise, and sometimes things just break down. And so we've had a lot of families coming through since the pandemic started with kids under 3 years old who, you know, have never met the other parent because things broke down so quickly during the isolation. And
Yeah.
so it's a lot of
We
things like that, that it's really needed for everyone as a community as a whole, that
mhm.
we service. At any point you could find yourself here, and so we want to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready for you, and that we can make it as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, you never know what happens. Last week we were talking with Angel Delesio and Stephen Duris because Mental Health Week is starting. I think it was yesterday or today it starts, and so it's Mental Health Week, and we were talking about how it affects everyone. Like
Yeah,
really, it's not something that, like you said, as it doesn't look at your income and decides like, okay, I'm bypassing these people because they're rich. It's not like that at all.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And so I think that the breaking down that stigma is the biggest piece for
yeah,
us, is
it
that
is.
that feeling of, oh well, I don't belong there, I don't need to use you, that's not what I do, that's, or what if people find out I'm here. We have a lot of confidentiality around everything, and it's a safe place that, um, you just come and you just get to be with your kid. And then even with the exchanges, like, it makes it simpler. You don't have to worry about, picking up at A&W or Walmart
yeah.
or, police station parking lots. You come here, they come through, the kids can grab some snacks, so as they go to the next parent, like, it's a lot more at ease for the kids coming.
I can't even imagine. Can you imagine like switching at a police station? Like that would be intimidating for a kid.
Yeah.
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 So that's
Something
good.
so,
You
but yeah.
provide a safe space.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable atmosphere because I had come up, I dropped some seekers off to you and you kind of give me a quick look see, and it's just like your own home. It's really, really comfortable setting.
Good. Good.
That's good to hear.
It is. It's really comfortable.
That's right. Anything else you want to add there, Ashley? We're going to be putting your poster on our Facebook page so people can, and I've already posted the link to your Eventbrite ticket sale so people can go on and register. And then best of luck with your event.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, and I appreciate the support, ladies. It's so exciting, honestly, to be back in person and just
Mm.
see everybody's faces again. We'll be out having fun, and I know last time we did this, we not only raised a lot for the center, but we had so much fun, and everybody was just so happy coming out of there. And so I'm really anxious to bring that energy back and just have a good time after 2 years of
Yeah, it's well
two
deserved for
years
sure.
of so,
I think a lot of people are going to be throwing the parties of the century
Yeah.
after this COVID stuff. I still have PTSD, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I mean, and people can come, like, I'm sure they can come to the trivia night with a mask, without a mask, however they feel comfortable. Because
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think there's,
we're not putting any mask mandates on it because you don't
yeah,
need to have it.
Right.
But if you feel comfortable and you wearing a mask because that's how you want to be, that's absolutely fine.
yep,
But yeah, it's really up to you. You're not going to be turned away at the door if you have a mask. You can
yeah,
definitely come in if you want to, but it's not necessary at all. So
Okay. Awesome.
perfect.
Well, Ashley, thank you so much for being with us today. Best of
no,
luck with your event. And yeah, so if you need any help or you want any information, you can contact the York Center and Ashley will be happy to help you.
yeah.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Ladies,
much.
have a great rest of your day.
Okay, you too.
You too. Thanks,
Bye
Ashley.
bye.
Bye.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know what we're finding? Because we've done two stags. Because again, like Sheldon's a DJ, we've done two stags, and I'm finding people are not. Usually, it was like they'd be on the dance floor all night having a good time. They're kind of standing around, chatting, catching up.
They're
People are
not
doing that
dancing?
kind of thing. The last couple of hours, they'll dance, but when they first get together, I think because people haven't seen each other in so long, they just want to catch up. They just want
Mm-hmm.
to hang out, you know? So we're noticing the last couple of stags that we did, that was what was happening. So, and then that's what the bride was saying too. She pretty well expected that.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy couple of years.
Yeah, it has. It has been. Um, I've been so yesterday when I went hiking, I came back and I went to Costco in Ottawa.
Okay.
And remember, I was telling you went to Quebec because they have the mask mandate there, and I felt more comfortable.
Hmm.
I was surprised. Ottawa's pretty masked still. Like most of the people wore masked in that Costco. It's whole difference than when you go here. Here is like people are kind of like not masking at all anymore. So yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
that was
I don't know.
just a
Like,
sidebar. I was kind of surprised to see so many masks over there. I was totally expecting to see everybody just not wearing anything.
so you're just finding like it's still a lot of people have dropped the mask mandate? Because I mean, I've gone to Walmart a few times, and I'm still finding quite a few people have them on.
No,
Uh,
I would
now
like the
it's
times I've been at Walmart, I found that it was or food basic or no frills. Like yesterday, I was at no frills and nobody was wearing a mask
oh
except for
really?
one worker, and that was it. Like everybody else was like no masks.
'Cause I'm trying to think, where have I been lately? I haven't really shopped that much. I
Have
guess
you gone to the new Heart?
I did. I
You did?
did. Did you?
No, I did not yet.
I did,
Haven't
and
been there yet.
honestly, I kind of walked through. I was looking for specific things. I was because I will give a little plug for the long weekend in May. Our Shambo Ironworks is having a vendors market,
Mm-hmm.
so it'll be on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of May. So on the 21st, on the Saturday, I will be there with my gnomes and more, with me and
Mm-hmm.
my mother and I. I'm doing a few little vendors markets, with my mom. So I was looking specifically for like fold up chairs and a table and an umbrella, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have what I was looking for. So I kind of did the quick walk through.
Yeah.
Honestly, Julia, I don't want to shop because I don't really need much. And because we're downsizing to a tiny house, I'm trying to stay away.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a Zellersy kind of thing, and the prices are pretty good. They have some very different clothing, I
Are the
noticed. Like,
price good? Because when we went to Niagara Falls, I visited a Heart and I hadn't seen one in like ages, right? It had
okay,
been a long time since I had seen a Heart, and I was not impressed with the pricing.
well, maybe Niagara Falls, Toronto area kind of thing more. I found the clothing for what I did look
But
at.
it's a chain, wouldn't it be like uniform everywhere?
I don't know. I don't know. I looked at because I was looking at some of the clothing prices. They weren't bad. And, I kind of randomly looked through. And then you've got the treasure chest beside it too. So the
Treasure hunt. Yeah, I like
treasure
treasure
hunt.
hunt.
Yeah, the treasure hunt. So again, it's a kind of the same thing. You've got to be prepared to look and,
Mm-hmm.
find. And it was quite busy, a lot of people in there.
Yeah,
But unless I need something, I kind of don't go shopping.
seems seems like a small space for a Heart. No.
At first, when I walked in, it seemed bigger. It seemed bigger when it was Ardene's.
Mm-hmm.
It was spread apart. There's a lot of stuff in there. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's why it seems a bit smaller, but check it out. I mean, go check it out.
I
I was
will.
curious.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
like I say, I'm if I don't need something, I try not to shop. I
Right.
do my retail therapy at Serendipity, Salvation Army, and Agape because it helps them out. If I'm spending there, the money goes there. But again, I try to stay away if I don't need something
Mm-hmm.
because inevitably, eventually, we're building a 680 square foot house. We're going to need to downsize and eliminate. So
Yeah, for sure.
I
For
don't want to
sure.
be adding to my whatever I don't need stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's I can't even imagine 680. I don't know. Like I need to get rid of crap too. Like this weekend I've put actually two dressers on the
I saw that.
side of the road because they're dressers that they're just taking space, and I'm trying to declutter. There's so much crap in here, like so much clutter.
I know with us too. So we're trying to
Hoarders. We're hoarders.
downsize and get rid of. And yes, we do have storage space out there, but again, I want that organized with my see-through big boxes there, and limited amounts because
Right.
who needs 12 boxes of Christmas stuff, really. I
Right.
always seem to use the same stuff,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm kind of trying to organize, so I do that. And we always seem to wear the same clothes even though we've got closets full.
Yeah,
Like,
I
who
know.
needs all that? So it's just a matter of trying to eliminate, but it's a big job, and it's one of those jobs you want to procrastinate on. You don't really want to do it.
Right.
You know? So anyway, we've got lots of work to do because we're hoping to be out there in the house by Christmas. So I've got
Nice.
a bit of time.
Well, you got a whole summer.
Oh
All
yeah, whole
right.
summer, lots of work. But what time is it? Oh my God,
It's time for
4. Now that face that that girl had on at the end, like with that lemony kind of, face,
Mm-hmm.
might be what you might have had on for what I picked up yesterday. So we are not going to try it because Julia says it's probably not going to be a good breakfast meal. But I was at the Glengarry Market yesterday because while we were out there, I kind of snuck away and did a little bit of looking around. And this is in Alexandria, Main Street, Alexandria is the Glengarry Market.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love Alexandria. I just feel like I'm in a little vacation
It's
village.
beautiful. It's like a
It
little
is.
one of these little towns that movies are filmed
I
at, right?
know. You've got so many little nooks and crannies and little cute stores and this was really nice. The Glengarry Market, I've driven by a couple of times, but the hours are a little limited. They open noon to 5 on Wednesday and they're open 10 to 5 Thursday, Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
So of course I was up there on a Monday when a lot of stores seem to be closed anyway. But you walk in there, it's a small space, but it's like an all year round farmers market. It's
Oh,
really cute. So they have about 20 local vendors that supply them with all different things from, food to craft stuff. They actually
interesting.
yeah, they make soups. They make a lot of stuff in the back themselves. They have a kitchen, so they do different soups, and the soup is in the fridge. And the girl was telling me that after a day, it goes in the freezer. So then you buy it
Frozen.
frozen
Mm-hmm.
in the freezer. I'm trying to remember what they had. I did write notes because there was a lot of stuff. Um, One thing that did really pop into my mind was while I was there, a lady came in and picked up a locally homemade coconut cream pie,
Ooh.
which she said weighs about 10 pounds. She said that's the best coconut cream pie ever.
Okay.
So yeah, she says weighing about 10 pounds. It's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asking because we love our banana cream pie,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't make it yet, but I think they're gonna look at making some of those too. But it's really nice, and there's so much to look at. So I did pick up something interesting. It's made by the Brine Seller, which is the owner of the market, and it's traditional. What's it? Kimchi?
Kimchi.
Kimchi. It's actually a Korean style sauerkraut. So I picked it up and I mentioned it to Julia, and she says,
I
I'm not
can't
sure.
stomach this in the morning.
Yeah, she said it's good, but it's not something to eat first thing in the morning. So,
No, I don't. I don't think I can do that this morning.
so what we're going to do is we'll pre-record this one and play it back to you because I know the other thing I picked up, I seem to pick up a few things that are not good for the morning. That wine that I picked up wasn't good to do in the morning either.
Well,
It kind of
it was better than kimchi. I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
that
really?
because kimchi in the morning, like they really can't do that.
So the ingredients: cabbage, carrot, radish, pear, garlic, scallions, ginger, fish sauce, salt, Korean pepper. So I don't know, because I saw ginger and I thought, ginger's good
S-
for acid reflux. I should be okay. But
Yeah, but and it's kind of it's a really strong taste. Like it's Korean, um um coleslaw kind of almost. Yeah,
yeah,
it's it's a strong taste. So
so
yeah,
we're gonna
not for the first thing in the
in the
morning
morning.
or with your coffee. That wouldn't pair well with my coffee
Oh
this
yeah,
morning.
coffee maybe not. So we'll next trying that. We will try it though, and we'll do a recorded taste test. But while I was there, I did pick up some crackers, and these they make there as well. So the crackers, I wrote down what they were. They've got sesame seeds, whole wheat, and tahini. What is
Oh, yes.
tahini?
Tahini is like a chickpea, the chickpea kind of sauce.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep.
Because I was gonna look it up. I wasn't sure what tahini was, but I knew you would know, so I didn't worry about it. So these they make there. They make
So
there in the back in the
they look
kitchen.
green on my screen. Again,
Do
people,
they
my
look green?
cameras, no, yours are perfect. The right color. Mine
Okay.
is always too green for some reason.
I just love stuff with sesame seeds. So when I
Yeah.
saw sesame seeds, I thought this would be kind of neat. So they're crackers.
Sesame. Yep. Sesame
Sesame.
seeds are great. I love them too. Okay, so let's try them.
We'll try this one. Okay.
One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. Mm.
Mm.
You kind of take a bite and it's like, okay, well, there's nothing. And then it's like,
And then it pops.
it's a little bit of a pop there, a little
Yeah.
salty
Yeah.
kind of.
At first it kind of tastes
Mm.
like nothing, but
I
then
know.
you chew in it
Mm. No, I like it.
very nice.
First I'm going, this is bland. There's nothing there.
Yeah, me
And then
too.
it's
I
like,
I thought,
bam.
but it's like a delayed effect.
Yeah, but you can definitely taste
Mm.
sesame seeds. And yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's very good.
It is. It would be good with
Mm.
cheese. I should have picked up some of their local cheese, but I'm going to have to go get some
Mm.
and see if they've got any other crackers.
We should take a drive to the Glengarry
Cheese
Cheeses
factory.
factory. I love that place.
Yeah.
They have award-winning cheeses.
Hmm.
So yeah.
It was actually closed yesterday when I drove by it because I
Hmm.
went from Lancaster to the Brown House and then turned left to go to St. Raphael's in our property. But it was
Hmm.
closed yesterday. I thought that was kind of strange on
Mm.
a Sunday, unless their hours are limited and I went after hours or something. Yeah, I like these.
I
It's
like these. I'd like them if they were a little more salty, but they're good.
yeah, you just have that little. So it's $2.50, and you get a little container of them. But no, I
It's a
like
good
them.
healthy snack though.
It is. It is actually a good healthy snack, and
Hmm.
that's what we're kind of looking for.
I love
But
sesame seeds. I put sesame seeds in a lot of food. Like I do like that's why I know kimchi so well because I do a lot of Korean inspired recipes.
mhm,
So I'll end up throwing there's one thing that we make is called beef bulgogi, and
okay,
it kind of smells kind of like the kimchi. So there's a spice there that's you know used in a lot of Korean dish that you can smell the similarity from the kimchi and the bulgogi. But so sesame seeds I'll throw in my rice all the time. Like
mm,
I bought a big bottle of sesame. Do you use sesame seed oil?
no,
Oh,
no.
it's
So
so
you
good.
so you
Sesame
use that
seed.
just like sunflower oil, vegetable oil to cook with, or
No, 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 no,
oh,
no. So I'll cook white rice or jasmine rice, and
mhm,
then I'll throw in a little drizzled of sesame seed oil
okay,
after it's cooked,
okay,
and sesame seeds, toasted sesame seeds in there, and scallions. Mix it all up, and it's like so good. It's
okay.
simple, but it's so good. Like this weekend, I made a shrimp dish that had like rice with the sesame seed and all that jazz, and
Hmm.
then coleslaw on top of it, which
Hmm.
would had Korean spice that smelled just like your kimchi there.
Yeah, because I
Um,
did smell it. I did smell it.
yeah, and shrimp, and it was really really good. I love Korean inspired food.
Gee, so you guys listening to us this morning didn't think you were going to have like a cooking lesson on top of everything, right? Thanks to Julia. Not
Here you
me.
go.
I don't cook. I don't cook. Sheldon
White
does the
rice,
cooking.
drizzle of sesame seed oil, toasted sesame seeds in there, and scallions, and you got the best rice ever. So good.
Okay, scallions. What is that?
Like the green onions.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I kept having scallops in my mind. I'm thinking
No,
scallops.
not
Why is she
scallops.
putting that in rice?
Scallions.
Scallions. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
green onions.
Yeah, the green onions.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. I do lasagna and pork chops, and Sheldon
Oh, you know what I
Chez
made yesterday?
Sheldon makes everything
Chef
else.
Sheldon. You know
Chef
what I made
Sheldon.
yesterday?
What?
So at Costco, I found some mussels. I found a
Oh,
huge pack of mussels. They sell a huge pack of mussels for like 9.99. So I
wow.
bought the mussels and I brought them here and I made mussels for dinner. They were so good.
And if anybody knows Julia, anytime
I
we go
love my
out to eat,
mussels.
we have to have mussels for the starter.
I
They
love
are
my
good.
mussels. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got me eating mussels and you got me eating sushi. We
Sushi.
love sushi now.
Mm-hmm.
We love our sushi.
Yep.
But events, we have a few minutes. This
Yep.
Wednesday coming up, May 4th, we're going to be attending the Mood Walk at Grace Creek Marina, right? We registered and we're going to attend.
Yep.
So it's put on by the, I've got it here,
CMHA.
CMHA. You do have to register, and you register at www.cmha-east.on.ca. And basically, well, she was talking about it last week. It sounded like a really interesting concept. I think they're going to do like little stickers. So you put what your mood is, and then you chat about how you're feeling and stuff like that as we're walking, I believe. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
exciting. I guess we'll find out. But
Yep.
it's all part of Mental Health Week. So, and
It's
it's a
not.
it's
Did you
what
say
it
it?
is. It
Oh,
is.
it
It
is
is.
part.
It is.
Yes.
It is part of Mental Health Week. So it says here, get active, explore nature, and reconnect. Mood Walks is an 8-week walking program that promotes both physical and mental wellness. Walking combines physical activity with exposure to nature and has proven benefits for mental and physical health. Join us during Mental Health Week and experience the healing effects of nature while engaging in your community. The Mood Walk program launch is May the 4th at 10:30 to 11:30. It's at Grace Creek Conservation Park. I'm really looking forward to it because
Yeah,
I
it'll
love
be nice.
walking. I love walking, but I just need some motivation to get out there and do it. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem with me. So it's going to be fun, and who knows, we're probably going to make organize a mood walk of
A
our
mood
own with
walk.
the Seeker Chicks. I think it's a good idea
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice little thing to do with for our riders as
for our
well.
contributors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I've got that. There are a few events going on. Our event calendar, I'm so excited. Our event calendar on the Seeker.ca is getting filled quite nicely thanks to our helpers
Yes. So
because
so yeah, that's nice. If you're looking for something to do, just go to the seeker.ca, then click on events,
mhm.
and then you can see a list of all the events that are happening. And if you have an event, please click on submit event, and it's all free. You don't have to. There's no charge to put your event in the calendar. So just input all your information and place an image, and then it'll be here. It'll be there.
And so the aim is, and hopefully we can start in June if there's enough events to actually do 1 or 2 pages of our event seeker,
Yeah.
then we can start whatever you put in there by the 22nd of May will go into the June calendar. So
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I know you're not excited about this as much as I am, but I know when we started our seeker, we had 4 pages in the center, and that
Yep.
you could actually hang it up as a calendar.
Yep.
And then of course COVID put an end
Hit.
to that. And so
Yes, it
now
did.
we're just trying to get that back because I just want to be people to be able to read about the event beforehand and attend it and not read about it after it's happened because that's often what happens around here.
Yep. Yeah.
So we'll see
So
if we
that's
can
great.
get that
Yeah,
back
there's
going.
it's filled pretty nicely, and you can also check our Facebook page because the events are posted on our Facebook page as well. So you can check that. Look for the
Yeah.
seeker.
And then we also have an event page too, events and happenings. We have a Facebook page for the seeker, but an events page as well. So
Yeah. So
there's a
it's a
lot.
group.
There's
Yeah.
a lot on that group. There's a
Yep.
lot going on in there. So it's exciting. And
Absolutely.
don't forget, May 13th is the music trivia, and all proceeds go to the York Center. So that's exciting too. I'm sure they're going to have a great time.
Yeah, and oh, and there's also this Pink Floyd tribute
Yes,
happening on May 6th, which
on
is this
this
weekend.
Friday. This
And
Friday.
we have a little contest going on the Facebook page. So if you go on the Facebook page, you'll see a pin post at the top, and it's about this Pink Floyd tribute band called Pigs.
I know.
It's Pigs, Canada's Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
If you go on and see the post, you can comment your um, favorite song
From Pink
and
Floyd,
from
obviously.
from Pink Floyd, and then
Yep.
we'll select a winner. Probably on the 5th, we'll do a wheel thingy
Yep.
and live. And then you will send you to see Pigs on May 6th. It's at Altsfield Theater
Hmm.
at I don't know why
St.
it says
Lawrence.
7:30 a.m. Probably 7:30 p.m.
I hope so.
And we'll give you 2 tickets to go and see it.
Perfect. So remember,
Hmm.
go on our Facebook page and comment and put your favorite Pink Floyd song up.
Yep. And Gail says hope everyone comes out to our vendors market May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So yes, that's starting at the end of the month. So just look for it and go support our local vendors over there at Archambault's Iron Works.
Yeah, and like I said, I mentioned that at the beginning because I
Right.
am going to be there on the 21st. I may not be able to do many weekends because of the wedding season, but I aim on being there with my mother and our gnome products on the 21st of May.
Perfect.
It's on from 10 to 4, so
Okay, well, I think that's it for us for today. Hope you have a great week.
and a super duper day.
See you next week, folks.
Bye.
Bye.